Yo, what up my Shadow Armies? It is I, Shadow Cordeus, back again with another RWBY discussion video. So yes, today I'm going to do a discuss about that this might be the most greatest failure for RWBY. And the reason why I said that, because, well, by the opening you can see the mantle is falling apart. And also you saw the opening that you see Ironwood and you see the Atlas burning. So Atlas and Mantle is gonna be fall apart, both of them, and this might be RWBY's greatest failure, that she failed to protect of both Mantle and Atlas, so they could get the communication satellite to contact the entire remnant to be warned about Salem and her forces is coming to after the relic. So, and the reason why I believe that could be her greatest failure, because in the scene where RWBY spoke to General Ironwood in Penny's scroll, when RWBY trying to get Ironwood to change his mind about instead of just protecting Atlas, you need to think about the entire remnant and Mantle, but that went backfire, and he told RWBY about Penny is the only one who could get through their defense. If she doesn't come back, this is what he says: everything falls will be on your hands. That's pretty much he's telling that to RWBY, not Penny. But Penny does feel like that's gonna be her also regret and failure that she didn't protect Alice or something like that. That will be her greatest failure, that she failed to protect Alice and Mantle. Her purpose was to protect Mantle, not Atlas, and now she lost both of those purposes. She doesn't know what to do for Penny, but this ain't about Penny, this is about RWBY. But when Ironwood said that to RWBY, he was talking about RWBY, that everyone from both Atlas and Mantle will die, and their blood, every single one of their bloods, will be on your hands. And then if it does, RWBY might feel guilt and regret and be fully responsible of her action, that both Mantle and Atlas is destroyed, but much worse than the fall of Beacon. So we might get another fall of Beacon 2.0. I mean, Haven Academy was almost becoming another 2.0, but luckily enough, that Haven Academy was lucky didn't get destroyed. But now Atlas and Mantle is gonna get much worse, and all that is gonna be in RWBY's hand with most greatest failure. And in the opening, you can see RWBY's reaction in the opening, that she's felt regret and full responsible, and she fails to protect one kingdom, because she wants to protect the entire kingdom, entire remnant, but she couldn't do it in the Beacon. She doesn't want to make the same mistake for Alice and Mantle, but she failed again, and everything will be on her hand, just like Ironwood just said, and that will lead to her that she might lose her will to keep going. For example, remember that scene when we saw RWBY reaching up to grab the relic of the creation, but she was grabbing back by what are those Grimm called? The Opalus? I think that's the name. I forgot the name. But let me know in the comments what was the name again. The Grimm could drain your will or something like that. I forgot the name. But I think they might drain RWBY's will because of her greatest failure, because she has nothing left now. She failed again, and she has no more will. And I get the feeling that RWBY might almost die because of her guilt, that she failed to protect another kingdom. That she failed to protect Beacon. She wasn't make the same mistake for Atlas, but it happened again right in front of her. And also she might have another regrets of failure, that she couldn't even say Penny again, because for those people who saw the opening again, Penny might get hacked by Wands, and Wands might use Penny as a weapon, tools of mass destruction, and use Penny to kill Penny's father and attack Atlas from the inside. Meaning by killing the entire Aesop scene or even almost killing Ironwood. You know what I mean? Because Wyatt is hacking Penny, and Penny might die, and RWBY trying to save Penny, but Penny does get killed, and Penny will lose the maiden power. And if Pietro does die, Penny cannot come back. After that, she's completely destroyed. Or that Wands might keep Penny to rebuild her in his own technology to be his own puppet. So pretty much Penny might be Wands' technology now. Since Pietro doesn't have Penny anymore, Wands might take Penny away from Pietro by killing him and turn Penny in his own weapon and puppet. And there's been a theory or something like that. And now we all know that RWBY's greatest failure, that she failed to protect and save Penny and Pyrrha, and she doesn't want to make that same mistake again. Now, if Penny does die in this, the whole thing is going to come back to RWBY, that she failed to protect Penny again. When she saw Penny again, she was happy. She doesn't want anything to happen to her again, but now RWBY has another purpose to protect Penny for any harms, both Salem, Cinder, and Ironwood. If anyone trying to get to Penny or trying to hack her or kill her or etc., that is going to be another RWBY's greatest failure, that not only she failed to protect and defend both Mantle and Atlas, she will lose Penny again. I mean, let's face it, it's gonna happen one way or another, that Penny might get killed or she might get hacked. So we just do not know. That means Salem now have two maidens, the Winter and the Fall maidens, Penny and Cinder, on Salem's side. That's not good. And the thing is, they need to get Raven, because Raven is a Spring Maiden. And I'm surprised Cinder didn't even mention about Raven is a Spring Maiden. And if Cinder told Salem about Raven as a Spring Maiden, they couldn't just went down and capture her to use her power. You know what I mean? That means they will have all three maidens, but they need one more. You know what I mean? And then I get the feeling that RWBY might feel regret, sorrow, fully responsible for the destruction of Mantle and Atlas and the loss of Penny by being hacked or being destroyed, and there's no way to be rebuilt because Pietro is gone. But maybe Watts could rebuild her by using his aura to Penny and reprogram her in his own technology, in his own purpose, in his own way, and making Penny not just a regular person, but just a puppet of weapon of mass destruction. And that will be kind of a little bit dark though, but and I want to see RWBY have a development that she's felt responsible of everything what just happened in Volume 8. That, remember that scene in Volume 1 when RWBY and Ozpin discussed about did Ozpin made the wrong choice to make RWBY as a leader of Team RWBY? And I guess RWBY might bring this up again, that she might say Ozpin was wrong. He made the wrong choice. He made the wrong decision to make me the leader of my own team as Team RWBY. I don't deserve to be a leader of my team. I do not deserve to be in the Beacon Academy in the first place. I do not deserve to lead other people to war, to risking their own life, because to protect Remnant. I'm still young and still learning. I do not deserve to have anything. She might feel responsible, guilt, and regret. And now she might say that she's failed, that she couldn't even see her mother. She failed that she never know what happened to her. So pretty much she's deep in herself that she is a failure to herself, that she never saved or protect anything or anyone that she wants to do, to be a huntress. All she wants is to be a huntress like her mother and also the fairy tale legends. All that just might ruin her life. And by the lyrics of the opening says, this actually means to RWBY, sometimes it's worth it all to risk the fall and fight for every life. So whenever RWBY falls, she will continue on fighting no matter what cost the risk she will take, but it will worth it to protect every single living lives. But she still might feel regret of failure of the destruction of Mantle and Atlas and almost lost to Penny being hacked, or she might go back to that same way that she lost Penny for the first time, that she was completely destroyed into pieces because of Emerald. So yeah, this volume might bring RWBY another development about that she doesn't deserve to be the leader and lead to anybody, and she might feel regret and responsible of losing Penny again twice, and responsible and being a failure to save and protect both Mantle and Atlas, because she couldn't even save Beacon, she couldn't even save Atlas and Mantle. That is just my discussion about how would this affect RWBY of the entire season if Atlas and Mantle does fall. I mean, it's gonna fall one way or the other. They just teased and hinted or kind of spoiled about what's gonna happen to Mantle and Atlas. It's kind of like, what is gonna happen? Is it gonna fall or not? It's kind of twisted your mind, but to me, honest, it's gonna fall, and RWBY might feel regrets and is fully responsible of her failure. And this will be her most greatest failure, then lost Penny and Pyrrha, and also the fall of Beacon. And also, like I said before, RWBY will remember what Anya was said to her. Everything falls will be on your hands. Like I said before, everything and everyone's blood will be on her hands. No one else but her, because she's leading to everyone to die. And she will fully open her mind that Anya was right. She led them to die, and their blood will be on her hand. So yeah, guys, that's just my discussion about that. The fall of Atlas and Mantle might be the most greatest failure for RWBY for this volume, but this is just a discussion about it. Let me know in the comment section down below. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think this might be the most greatest failure that RWBY will ever have? Then the fall of Beacon, the loss of Penny the first time, and the loss of Pyrrha? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Links to my GoFundMe page will also be down below. Sketch-wise, you guys know the drill of the donation and support, etc. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Kneel before Shadow Critius. I'll see you guys later.